When we are creating our penguin, I would like to use paper and cut out shapes to create a collage penguin. If you don't have paper for collage work, that's okay. We can always also draw a picture or even paint a picture of a penguin. When I use the black paper to get started, I'm also going to use a white crayon so that I can draw the basic shape of the penguin. I want to make sure that the head is nice and rounded at the top. Remember that a penguin's wings are like flippers that the penguin uses to move through the water. We know that penguins don't fly, but their flippers are very, very useful for moving through the water. And I also want to make sure that I'm giving myself enough space for the penguin's feet. So I have just a little room at the bottom of the paper, and I'm going to draw these feet with toes. And that's the basic shape of my penguin. I notice that this wing is not as large as this wing. This is a good spot for me to fix my work. Now I'm going to cut out the shape of the penguin. I want to be very careful when I'm cutting around the feet. There's the basic shape of my penguin. I can turn the penguin over on the back, and now I don't see the white line or where I needed to make some adjustments or some changes to make the wing a better shape. So I'm going to turn my penguin over this way. The next thing I want to do is with a white piece of paper, I'm going to trace my penguin onto the white paper. It's okay if my black paper is a little taller than my white paper. When I'm tracing, that's going to give me a good idea about what are going to be the white shapes to cut out for the face and the belly of the penguin. I didn't need to worry about tracing the feet very carefully because again it's going to be this area where I'll be drawing the shapes to glue onto the black penguin body shape. I'm going to draw the part of the penguin that is above the eyes and comes down for the penguin's beak. And that beak is going to be right here. I'm also going to draw the belly of the penguin. And I want to get pretty close to the edge where the wings, and then come back up and stop. And this shape is not exactly the same on both sides with nice symmetry, but that's okay. Now I'm going to cut out just this shape here. And the beak. I want to make sure that I keep the beak. Now I'm going to find where this is going to fit on my black penguin shape. And I think right here. What I would like to do before I glue it down is to go ahead and make some eyes. And also, I'm going to color the beak orange. I'm going to use my black paper that I have left over from cutting out the penguin. I don't need a lot of it. And I'm going to cut 2 circles with the black paper and glue them down for the eyes. When I'm cutting a circle, I'm going to turn the paper while I slowly close the scissors. And I want to make sure to keep my fingers away and safe from the part of the scissor that cuts. And that eye will go here. I want 2 eyes, so I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to do my best to cut it the same size as my first eye shape. That's pretty close. When I'm gluing small shapes, I like to use the stickiness already on my fingers just to put glue here and then touch down where I want it. If I want to move it, I have just a few seconds to move it where I want that shape to be. I'm going to use my white crayon to put a little white circle. Oops. Maybe I should wait until that's a little drier. That one worked. A little white circle in there. I'm going to wait on that. When I am putting glue on the back of this shape, first I'm going to go all around the edges. Carefully going all around the edges. It's okay if I get a little bit of glue on this art table. If you're working at home, be careful with your glue. And now I'm going to go in and fill in some in the middle. I don't want to push down really hard because I don't want to see chunks of the glue stick. Now I want to be careful when I do this part. I'm lining it up and then I'm going to gently push this shape down. And now we have a collage penguin. And maybe this is dry enough for me to go back and add a little bit. Nope, it still doesn't want to stick. That's okay. Got it. Have fun, do your best, and I look forward to seeing your penguin artwork.